যুক্তরাষ্ট্র ও ইসরায়েলের সাথে ইরানের যুদ্ধ নিয়ে সবশেষ অবস্থা জানাতে ইসলামাবাদ থেকে সরাসরি যুক্ত হচ্ছেন এসএটিভির পাকিস্তান করেসপন্ডেন্ট মোহাম্মদ মুসাব। সরাসরি চলে যাচ্ছি তার কাছে। হ্যালো মুসাব, ওয়েলকাম টু এসএটিভি নিউজ। মুসাব, what are the updates on Iran-Israel USA war? Musab, I can't hear you. Can you please?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been almost 3 weeks since two wars broke out. The first war that broke out was between Pakistan and Afghanistan, and a few hours later we saw US and Israel jointly attack Iran. So far, there have been no winners of either war. At this point in time, the only thing that is confirmed is the fact that not just the whole region is engulfed in flames and up in arms, the whole world seems to be heading towards complete economic meltdown. At this point in time, as the third week is coming to an end, both sides are claiming victory. In the Pakistan Afghanistan war, we've seen both sides trying to take out targeted targets while when we talk about Iran, USA, and Israel, the war is on multiple fronts. Having said that, the US, which is constantly claiming that they won the war, at this point in time, they seem to be not able to open the Strait of Hormuz, which should have been their primary goal after taking out the grand leader, the supreme leader of Iran. They've been unable to open up oil exports that are stuck in the Strait of Hormuz, driving oil prices to an all-time high, which has affected several South Asian countries, but primarily Bangladesh, India, and Pakistan have been most hit by these. The Strait of Hormuz remains unopened, it remains closed. Although the United States of America, that was at one point in time, the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, was claiming that they'd taken out the complete Iranian Navy and that it possessed no more a threat to anybody traveling from the Strait of Hormuz. Then he claimed that the UK was not needed. It was too little and too late. Today, we saw the United States of America asking its European allies, its NATO allies, to enter this war formally and make sure that the Strait of Hormuz remains open. The Germans have responded saying that what can certain frigates, smaller frigates of European allies do that the grand naval assembly present of the United States of America not achieve in the Strait of Hormuz. On the other hand, while the USA seems to be taking credit of obliterating almost all military infrastructure inside Iran, is now seen as an incomplete attack because Iran seems to still find targets in the not just in Israel but also all over the Middle East. The precision with which they are hitting targets is something which is not heard of, keeping in mind the fact that Iran, the first day of the war, they shot more than 1,100 missiles and drones, and today the number has come down to 72. So while the United States and Israel keep claiming that they've decimated Iran's power, the fact remains that Iran is still responding. At the same time, social media is abuzz with news of both. The USA and Israel, where they claim that they've taken out Mujtaba Khamenei. The Iranian side claims that they've taken out Netanyahu. Both leaders are unseen in video footages. They cannot be seen anywhere in public. So this is an ongoing war. This is a war that Iran thinks it's going to be a long haul war, and that is why they're responding at a slower rate than expected. Nobody is ready to come to the negotiation table, although there have been several attempts. Backdoor channels have opened up. Backdoor diplomacy has been activated mostly by Middle Eastern Gulf countries and Pakistan and Turkey. But so far, Iran seems to say that they do not want to come to the negotiation table because they're winning this war. The United States of America keeps claiming that they've won this war, but the war goes on. On the economic front, the whole world is undergoing a surge in oil prices. This surge in oil prices is putting a lot of smaller economies in danger as we speak. Countries like Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh have seen increase in the petroleum prices, increase in LNG prices, and there have been various attempts to curb energy, where schools, colleges, universities have closed down. A few countries have even made sure that the weekend that lasted over 2 days is now a 3 day weekend. So we keep pointing out and we keep reporting the fact that this war is not just a regional war. This war is not just to take control of certain oil resources. This war might put the whole world in a position where coming out of that will become really tough. Having said that, one needs to keep in mind that the world was already under the world's economy, the global economy was already under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress because of COVID. And this is probably the point where the whole world seems to be in another cycle of economic recession. What is unclear so far is when this war will end, and will this war lead to a world war, or will this war be confined to a regional war?
Thank you, Musab, for joining with us.